One thing that I think we all do at some point in time for relaxation or leisure purposes is watch something, either be television, Netflix, YouTube, things like that, as a way to pass time. And generally, the biggest gripe people have with anything like that is commercials. I mean, they eat up 8 or plus so minutes of a half-hour show. They are for products a lot of times you don't want or don't care about. And that's usually people's biggest gripes about TV and shows in general. I have a very different gripe that a lot of people find strange, but to me it makes a lot of sense. More and more shows are doing this, and what it is instead of just telling the story, they take the people aside almost like they're doing an interview on a reality show. I think The Office is a good example of a show that does this. So rather than tell the story, they have one of the characters off to the side, kind of going, and so I thought that this was blah blah blah, instead of just showing his actual honest reaction in the moment. And I don't understand why they do it. Well, I understand why they do it because it explains the purpose, but it just seems lazy to me and seems like bad storytelling when they could easily just have a scene with him interacting with one character interacting with another character and convey the same message. Putting them off to the side just distracts from the overall story, distracts from what's going on in terms of the progression between the characters, and kind of forces you to make some assumptions. The only positive that I can see is that sometimes they can say stuff that might seem awkward if they were going to say it directly to somebody else to convey that message, but in my mind, that's what makes TV or Netflix or YouTube interesting is seeing the confrontation and the interaction between characters. Taking them out of that situation defeats the purpose, and it ruins the show for me. I just really can't watch them. So even though commercials are usually people's biggest gripe, I'd much rather have a commercial on a show that doesn't take the characters out and do a little staged interview than have one that does that. So that's my biggest pet peeve about TV, and just wonder if anybody else agrees. Most people think it's a little nuts, but it's me.